No, I mean, I haven't seen the film. My eyes were down the field, but listen, they're a good pass rush team. You know, and they got a lot of guys, and they rotate them, and I think they got after us at times. You know, but listen, that's the great equalizer. You know, in any game is the pass rush. If you have enough time, guys are eventually going to get open down the field, right? You know, and so that's always the game within the game, right? On both sides of the ball, right? You know, their offensive front against our defensive front, and vice versa. And so, listen, this will always be a game about execution, right? And you know, sometimes the difference between continuing a drive, right, getting a third down conversion, or making that big play is just, it's inches or it's fractions of a second, right? And so as I look to today, obviously 9 points is not what we aspire to score, especially at home. But man, there's just so many little things, so many plays here and there on every drive, you know, where if it's just a split second here, or just an extra foot here, you know, whatever it is, just better execution all the way around, that I think would have resulted in a better result, right? You continue the drive, you get a little momentum, you get, you know, the tempo, and then all of a sudden now you're in scoring position. Well, we definitely didn't execute as well as we normally do or expect to do, but you know, I don't think that had to do with anything. You know, had we come off a week where I was like, man, we were flat all week in practice and it just carried over. Rested coming off the bye, I felt like we had good practices. You know, up 10. You know, on Monday, you know, kind of Saints versus Saints, you know, and then we got into the game planning with Atlanta just like we normally would on any week, you know, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Unfortunately, you know, it's not where it needed to be.
From your perspective, was it a miscommunication? What was it out there on the field that couldn't get you?
Again, these are just like little things, but I'll just, you know, I think the second drive of the game, we had I throw it to Traquan, right, and you know, he jumps up for it and then just barely misses it, right? Kind of bobbles it, hits the ground, and it pops free. There was a defender underneath. You know, had I thrown the ball, allowed him to catch that ball in stride, not have to leave his feet. And then instead, that puts us to 3rd and long, and then we jump off sides, and then now we're 3rd and extra long, and then we don't get it and we punt the ball. The difference between us punting or us getting a 40-yard gain, right? There was a couple examples of that throughout the game. Say this, yes, for portions of a game, right? But then, man, when you have a chance to, you know, been a part of many games, you know, where maybe you don't play your best for the first 3 quarters, or maybe things just don't go your way, or you fight, scratch, claw, you keep fighting, and then you're down 6 and you have a chance to go win it. You know what, we missed on 3 4th downs or something like that. I mean, come on, that's not.
If the team has a normal week of practice, like you said, do you buy into the notion of like coming out flat, or is it all kind of what you're talking about?
Execution. It's all execution, and again, it's not some, you know, grand, like, you know, mind-boggling action. It's just little things here and there that put yourself into a better position to convert a 3rd down or make a big play, create scoring opportunities. So that's really what it is. And I'm sure. I mean, I can't think where, man, if we just make that play, you know, it's a totally different game. Yeah, I'd say that's one of the bigger things that we're lacking right now offensively is that fast start of really any time where, man, we've just come out like gangbusters and just, you know, it's been kind of a slow start, and then we kind of find ourselves, and then, you know, maybe we break it open in the second half. But I'd say that's definitely an area where we can improve, and we'll need to. We want to get to where we want to go. Yeah, I mean, that's another thing. Look, I don't know how many first downs we and allowed them to continue drives, but I mean, I think just looking at the stat sheet, I think they got 6, at least half or more than half of those were on third down, right? Where, man, we're off the field and all of a sudden we're giving them the ball back and, they're going down and getting points, So that's obviously something that I know our guys are talking about on the other side of the ball. Is that, man, don't give them any freebies, right? For us, offensively, it's, man, a penalty here and there all of a sudden makes it 3rd and, 15 as opposed to 3rd and, 5 or 7 or 8, and then your percentages of converting those go way down. So there's those areas certainly where we can get better and we can improve. And when we're off the field, let's defensively, and let's get off the field. Let's get the offense back on there, and then offensively, and we put ourselves in manageable positions. Man, we're going to convert a lot of third downs. We're going to keep drives alive. We're going to go score points. So that was a big factor in this game as well.
When the league comes in, 7 sacks all year, and then 61 games, it does seem like a trend defining.
Well, so listen, I pride myself on getting the ball out, right? Now listen, there's times where you got to hold it, and the situation, the circumstance calls for it, right? You're going to hang in there because you got to push that ball down the field, and man, you take the sack, and if that's the worst thing that happens, then that's okay, There's other times where, man, even if we get beat, or even if that guy's not supposed to be there, but he's about to take me down, and find a way to get out of it, buy a little extra time, or just get rid of the ball so I can avoid the sack, and then maybe that gives us a better chance on third down now. So instead of taking a 7-yard loss and we're at 3rd and 15, maybe we're 3rd and 7, and we got a lot better chance of converting that. So again, all the little things that played a big factor in this game, right? Making some of those plays, just extra split second, or game of inches, playing the percentages, running the ball better, avoiding the sack, avoiding the negative play, not committing the unforced errors and the penalties. So, man, lop them all together, and that's what happened today, right? And some, lack of execution kind of all the way around just encompasses all that. So that pretty much summed up the game right there. We shouldn't need any more questions. All right, cool, thanks.